Hi, coaches. Welcome back to Bigs Rule the World. We're continuing our Fear to Win series today, talking on the buck lateral. This is part one into our look in the buck lateral. We're only going to do two parts. I felt, going over the terminology, going over sort of the ideas of the buck lateral, and then everything that can come off of it. That's got to at least be a two-series episodes, a two-part episode, in my opinion, in our series. So today gonna be kind of brief. We're just gonna go over what to expect. This episode is gonna air for you all. This will be the first Tuesday of the new year. So this is Tuesday, January the 5th. I'm thinking about this when it comes out, and then we're gonna turn around the 7th and go through all the plays on the whiteboard. So I'm excited about that. We're continuing our look on the single wing offense, Fear to Win. We've been through the history. We talked about the modern day single wing. We talked about power and trap last time, and now we're into the buck lateral series, which I'm excited about. And we'll follow up the buck lateral series with the spinner series and what comes off of that. And really, the idea of the single wing and what's so cool with the buck lateral series is we're talking about deception. Okay. First big thing, I harped on you about that one blocking scene playbook. Well, now it's gone. We took it off the shelves. We're putting it up, and we'll get it back in rotation months from now when we change some things up. And, it may not come back, guys. That's just how it goes. Our big thing we're pushing now is our Google Classroom. Our Google Classroom, we are setting you up. Okay, Google Classroom is a way, if you're a teacher, you see the positives of it. I think we've all seen during the pandemic the positives of having a Google Classroom to organize and have all of our class stuff in one place. Now, until Super Bowl 55, I'm offering a special. This is our, get it while it lasts deal here. Video series for $30 showing you how to set up a Google Classroom and how to use Google Elements to sort of make your coaching better, make it more simplistic. It's like a 9-video series that I have showing you how to use Google Classroom to be, whether you're a head coach, whether you're a coordinator, or just a position coach. How you can use clips from Huddle, how you can use files, how you can use docs, how you can use sheets, everything. And then for an extra $30, if you want me to just go ahead and build it, I'll build your own Google Classroom from now until Super Bowl 55. Okay, so that first Sunday in February, I'm willing to build it. All you have to do is click the link in the description for Build My Google Classroom. Okay, that's listed in our description below. So go ahead, pound that one. Check out what Google Classroom might mean, guys. Okay, your Google Classroom is going to really take your position unit room to the next level. Okay, and we talk about what sets you apart in different jobs. I'm a guy who, I've been hired, I've been hired, I've been coach of the year, and I've been fired all before the age of 30. So I think I know what it's like to get noticed and be in a head coach's room. One thing that you have to do, I don't care if you're a JV position coach, you have to coach that like you're the head coach of that position. Do everything that's required for you for your team, but you take that thing and you run with it and you do as much as you possibly can with it. Okay, I'm not saying if you're a single wing coach to go ahead on your JV. If your varsity team's a single wing program, to go ahead and run air raid on your JV team. That's being a dick, and that's not being a team player. I'm saying though, you can love the job you're in, and you can do as much with it as you want. That's why I think this Google Classroom thing, guys, it could also take your career to the next level. So that's just my spiel on that. Buck Lateral Series Part 1. Let's get into what makes the Buck Lateral so special. So what's so special about this is it's like when we talked about the Buck Sweep Series within the Wing T, in that we have the same blocking setup, boom, 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 boom. The same look from the backfield can lead to so many different plays. Because I talked about it last time, this is where we can lead to trap and things that come off of it. Okay, so I'm going to describe some things and we'll go over the pointers to come back to this little diagram here. So you see, we're starting everything with this direct snap to the fullback. The tailback's carrying it out just like buck sweep. But see, the difference here is when the fullback's taking that plunge into the line right here, we have it drawn up right on play side guard. All right, he's taking that plunge where you can run wedge, where you can run anything. Okay. He can also hand off to the quarterback, and that creates a couple different options for how the play can go. What makes it special? How was football designed prior to the single wing? How was football designed prior to Pop Warner and the Carlisle formation? It was designed to bludgeon people. Remember, Pop Warner came up with the Carlisle formation to sort of give them an advantage through deception and speed. And now we're creating this idea of trickery. Um, the lateral creates the idea of multiple options on the play. I just discussed it here with the fullback going straight ahead, the quarterback possibly getting the ball, the quarterback possibly lateraling it to the tailback, or the tailback possibly, or the quarterback possibly throwing a pass. There's so many different things that you can do off of this play, and that's what makes it so cool. Now, thought process when you're going through the fullback. Designed for the fullback to attack the middle, much like a standard run. The series all looks the same. Similar idea to the buck sweep, setting up everything off of the buck sweep. This buck lateral sets up everything off of it that looks like it. The idea that one player could read the different options, it's like a read option offense created back in the early 20th century. The fullback can attack the line or he can hand it off. Then when we get to the quarterback thing, the option to continue around the end so he can get the ball and just go, or the lateral back to the tailback. Can also throw the ball downfield. The versatility of your backfield is really going to determine how intricate you can get. Can your quarterback make throws? Can your tailback make throws? All right. Can your quarterback, is he fast enough to get around in? Could you possibly hand it off and have some type of ISO play where he's following the fullback? It's all these different types of things, and you can tweak your offense. That's what I love about it, around what the skill level is of your backfield players. That's what I think's interesting about Buck Lateral is it's not necessarily all the same plays off the series. You can get as interesting with it as you want based on the talent of your guys. The art of the deception. So what we had before is now the players, it's seen more as a gadget type play now because you're basing it on confusing the defense where the ball's going. But I think that's what's the cool thing about this, and that's what's the cool thing about this series is you don't know where the ball's going. The ball could be going to a number of different players. It could be a run play, it could be a pass play, it could be up the middle, it could be off the edge. And that is what's cool about the art of deception within the buck lateral. And that's what we're going to talk about next time when we go through all the plays, how it makes it look like one another. I mean, when we talk about the various options, we got the wedge, we got sweep, we got lateral, we got trap, we can throw in power, we got pass, and we got a special one for you. I wanted to show you this. This is a couple years ago. I talked about that Stan River team. This was actually, I believe, not sure if they were still, if the single wing was still their base or not at this point, but they ran this play. And how you like this off the buck lateral series here? That's what we'd call flapjack pass. So what you see here, you're going to see the snap to the fullback, hand to the quarterback, who still has his back turned on the spin, and bang, flapjack pass right there. Slow motion just for good measure, and we'll get out of there. Loading. But you see the different options there. Okay, it's all about deception. Next time, we're going to break all these down. We're going to sit down. We're going to break down the buck lateral series. Thank you, coaches. Remember, hit the description from the Google Classroom. Jump into that, guys. I'm telling you, invest in yourselves, invest in your coaching, invest in your kids. If you want hey guys, if we want to win points, if we want to win games, we got to score points. If we want to score points, we got to dominate in the trenches. If we want to dominate in the trenches, we got to know that bigs rule the world. I'll see you next time, coaches, as we break down even more the Buck Lateral series.